This video is about how I handle firewood, stacking it, storing the firewood on pallets, and how we move it up to the house. So it's near the house when we want to burn it, but not until we want to burn it. Firewood, it's an annual chore. You've got to cut it or find it and stack it up. We're doing something different this year. We've got the stacks running north-south. Always in the past, I ran them east-west because it sort of made the traffic pattern on this old barn site work better. But this year we're doing them north-south, and the idea is that the sun will hit both sides of the wood during the day. And it seems to be working. When we had them set up east-west and the sun only hit the south side, by the end of the summer, which this is September 10th, the wood would be leaning forward. Like these top pieces would be out here. And I used to think they were that way because the wind blew them, or the dogs chasing ground squirrels got behind them or something. But I think it's just the drying and the fact that the part that gets hit by the sun shrinks more, especially on the Douglas fir, not so much probably on the oak. But anyway, so that works. The other thing we do is we use pallets. The advantage of pallets is you can have your wood pile somewhere that's not next to your house. You don't want firewood stacked all around your house. Yet in the winter, you want it close. So what we do is we dry it like this, and then and in this pallet, the back row is already in. So then you put in a front row and then fill in between with odd pieces. And you have to tie ropes around to make sure it doesn't fall apart. These are cattle panels, and when I started I used just free pallets, but I decided I liked using fairly serious pallets made out of 4x4s and 2x material. They aren't as likely to break. Okay. These are pallets that have been filled. They're left over from last year. As a general rule, I like to have about a dozen of these filled. The most we've ever used in a winter is 9. Each of them is about a half a cord, so that's a lot of wood. Last year we used 5 or 6, so 2 or 3 cords, and so they get filled. Kind of, you taper the wood up so it's like it'll support a shed roof, so that'll shed water. Put them back to back, cover them with a tarp. I like to leave a couple of feet between them. That way, well, the ground squirrels like it better too, but irregardless of the ground squirrels, I think it's better to let air go up and through them. We used to always start fires with balls of newspaper and kindling, but we switched to these fire starters, these little, they look like little pieces of gingerbread or something. Anyway, but they can light with a match and they burn for about 15 minutes, and almost anything that's above them will catch on fire. The other thing that's important is to burn one of these or 2 of these, depending on how many you're doing. This is a Pine Mountain creosote buster. You take it out of the box, put it on on the coals after an active fire, when it's sort of calmed down. Just put it in and leave it, and it'll go away. And the smoke will cause the creosote to change into like a black powder. And we do this twice a year. We do it about Christmas time, and then again just before we stop burning. So we'll have about 3 or 4 fires after that we use the second one of these. And then I find that when I go to sweep the chimney, it comes down easily, and it's just a black powder. Yeah. Anyway, so we've talked about drying the wood, moving the wood, and keeping it away from your house during the summer. And when I started, I had a little tractor, just a little baby tractor, about 20 horsepower. And I got a forklift that went on the 3-point for it. And that's what we used for a while. But my bigger tractor now, we can put that on the back, we can put another forklift on the front, and that's cool. You go up, you've got one behind and one in front. But even if you've got just a small tractor, you get one of those little 3-point attachments. It's a little forklift. That'll work just fine for this kind of project.